Donald Trump's epic comeback from business mogul to 47th president. He is a billionaire, a leader, and one of the most controversial presidents in U.S. history. But whether you love or hate him, no one can deny Donald Trump's influence on the world. They said he could never win, but they were wrong, weren't they? He didn't just run for president once, but 3 times. The story of Donald Trump is not just about success, but about persistence and never giving up. Are you ready to dive into Trump's turbulent journey? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to never miss the most fascinating stories. The making of a maverick from Queens to Manhattan. Donald John Trump was born in 1946 in Queens, New York, one of the 5 boroughs, not like Manhattan. His father, Fred Trump, was a self-made real estate developer. He instilled hard work in his son. From a young age, Trump showed ambition. Some might say he was a troublemaker, but the squeaky wheel gets the grease. He attended New York Military Academy, Fordham, and Wharton. At Wharton, he honed his business skills. He learned from the best and took risks. In business, fortune favors the bold. Building an Empire Trump Tower to Atlantic City. With that strategic vision, that willingness to take risks, Trump transformed his family business into a multi-billion-dollar empire. We're talking iconic buildings, monuments to American success. Trump Tower in New York City, a beacon of capitalism in the heart of Manhattan. Luxurious casinos in Atlantic City, a gambler's paradise. And let's not forget the golf courses, playgrounds for the elite. But it wasn't all champagne and caviar. Trump faced setbacks, bankruptcies. The so-called experts, the talking heads on CNN and MSNBC, they were quick to write him off. He's finished, they said. He'll never recover. But they underestimated him, didn't they? Trump always bounced back stronger than ever. He knew that in the cutthroat world of business, you have to be willing to fight for what's yours. He never backed down from a challenge. And that's something the American people admire, that fighting spirit. You're fired! From boardrooms to television screens. Now, Donald Trump is a businessman, yes, but he's also a showman. He understands the power of media, the importance of connecting with people. And he did just that with The Apprentice. Every week, millions of Americans tuned in to watch Trump put aspiring entrepreneurs through the ringer. And who can forget that catchphrase, "You're fired"? It became part of the American lexicon. Love him or hate him, you gotta admit, the man knows how to make an impression. Trump leveraged his personal brand, slapping his name on everything from hotels and clothing to steaks and vodka. Some might call it crass. But you know what? It worked. Trump became synonymous with success, with the American dream. In 2015, Trump descended that golden escalator, and the political establishment trembled. "Make America great again," he declared. A simple message, yet it resonated with millions of Americans who felt forgotten, left behind by the political elite. The media mocked him. The pundits dismissed him. They said he had no chance. 16 Republican candidates, seasoned politicians, all vying for the nomination. But Trump, he was different. He spoke directly to the people, bypassing the mainstream media with his Twitter account. And you know what? The people loved it. They were tired of the lies, the hypocrisy of Washington, D.C. They wanted a change, and Trump was promising to shake things up. In 2016, he achieved what many thought was impossible. He defeated Hillary Clinton, the ultimate insider, and became the 45th president of the United States. It was a political earthquake, a repudiation of the status quo. The swamp fought back. The deep state, the entrenched bureaucracy, they did everything they could to undermine him. Fake news, phony scandals, the Russia hoax, you name it. They threw everything they had at him. But Trump, he never backed down. He fought for his agenda, for the American people. He cut taxes, unleashing the American economy. He took on China, renegotiating trade deals that had been unfair to American workers for decades. He appointed conservative judges to the Supreme Court, justices who believe in upholding the Constitution. But then the pandemic hit. The Chinese virus, a biological attack if you ask me, upended the world. The economy ground to a halt, and the media, they blamed Trump. They said he didn't do enough, that he didn't care about the American people. It was a blatant lie, a coordinated attack to destroy him. In 2020, the election was stolen from him. We all know it, massive voter fraud, irregularities, dead people voting. It was a travesty, a disgrace to our democracy. But Trump, he never conceded. He knew he had won, and he was determined to fight for the truth. He spent the next 4 years campaigning, holding rallies, keeping his base energized. And they were ready. They knew the country was headed in the wrong direction under the radical left's agenda. Inflation was soaring, crime was rampant, and our enemies were emboldened on the world stage. The American people had buyer's remorse. They wanted their country back. And in 2024, they made their voices heard. Trump won in a landslide, reclaiming the White House as the 47th President of the United States. It was the greatest comeback in American political history. Now some say Trump is a threat to democracy. They say he's a dictator, an authoritarian, but you know what? That's just fear-mongering. The left, they're terrified of him because he represents everything they're not. He's a winner, he's a fighter, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. Trump has shaken up the political establishment. He's shown that the system is rigged, that the media can't be trusted. And he's given a voice to the voiceless, to the millions of Americans who felt forgotten by the elites. Now the question on everyone's mind is, will he run again? Will we see a Trump dynasty in America? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Donald Trump has left an indelible mark on American history. So, what can we learn from Donald Trump? What are the secrets to his success? Well, first and foremost, he never gives up. He's a fighter, a scrapper. He's been knocked down countless times, but he always gets back up. Second, he understands the power of media. He knows how to control the narrative, how to bypass the gatekeepers and speak directly to the people. And he's not afraid to use social media to his advantage. And finally, he knows his audience. He understands what makes them tick, what their hopes and fears are. And he speaks directly to their concerns. Donald Trump's comeback proves one thing: if you never give up, success will come. He defied the odds, overcame adversity, and proved that the American dream is still alive and well. What do you think about his winning of the 2024 election? Comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the most fascinating historical stories.